We're Global Research and Discovery Group and Camea Corporation, a joint partnership of advanced scientific research with a global manufacturer of fragrances and flavors. I'm Christina Glendenning. As we travel the world fighting diseases, we observe nature's methods, seeking out ways to help keep people safe from dangerous illnesses. Today, this adventure brings us to the Everglades. As we travel the world fighting disease, we observe nature's methods, seeking out ways to protect people from illnesses. While doing this work, we have discovered the most beautiful and rarest orchids from around the world with the most exquisite scents. These orchid scents evoke feelings of passion, joy, and mystery. Orchids are mysterious and alluring. They are the largest family of flowering plants. Orchids appeared on Earth over 80 million years ago. No other plant family seems to offer such a wide variety of shapes, colors, and above all, scents. The Everglades is a 1.5 million acre preserve on the southern tip of Florida. The Everglades is known for their strikingly beautiful orchids, like their jewel orchid, their butterfly orchid, their clamshell orchid, their night scented orchid, and the most exclusive of them all, the ghost orchid. The ghost orchid is an endangered species. Living in remote parts of Florida and Cuba, is one of the most sought after orchids in the world. The ghost orchid is known to bloom in the middle of the night, attracting only one specific moth to its sweet but hard to obtain nectar. The ghost orchid is considered to be unobtainable, making its fragrance one of the most sought after fragrances in the world. People have even died in pursuit of this orchid. Susan Orlean wrote a best-selling book, The Orchid Thief, that was later made into the movie adaptation. Large perfume companies such as Estee Lauder spend millions of dollars trying to recreate similar mystiques. We have the purest form directly from nature. Our research with this orchid has yielded breakthrough life-saving technologies that protect people from mosquito-borne diseases such as Zika, dengue, West Nile, and malaria, as well as deadly pathogens such as E. coli, MRSA, tuberculosis, and COVID-19. This technology has been independently valued at $62 million. Using a master perfumer, Global Research and Discovery Group and Camea Corporation have recreated the magical allure of these remarkable secrets using green technology to ensure sustainability of these priceless treasures. Together, we have created a rich library of over 200 unique fragrances, many that have never been smelled before. These exclusive fragrances can be the basis for suites of brand new consumer products catering to different regions such as Europe or Asia, or seasonal collections such as spring, summer, fall, or even winter. The possibilities are endless. For instance, suites of creams, shampoos, lotions, and body washes based on fragrances are currently being sold at retailers. Target can do this now by launching their own exclusive line of products based on rare orchid fragrances from around the world found only at Target. Or this suite of rare fragrances can be an exclusive offering for a current spokeswoman like Kristen S. These new appealing products can also be educational, featuring images and engaging information about each orchid on the back of the product. A portion of the proceeds can be directed to orchid conservation efforts to preserve these valuable botanical resources. The magical allure of the ghost orchid is also perfectly suited for a fine fragrance to arouse your senses with this tantalizing, never-before-captured beauty. This intoxicating elixir is sure to seduce all of those who dare know its charm. A way to further commercialize and extend the Ghost Orchid brand is Night Song, so named for the distinct nature of the ghost orchid, which only blooms at night. To support these unique items and using the expert capabilities of Dolphin Image Studios, we are creating a docuseries telling the remarkable stories of the captivating orchids. Welcome to Rare Orchids from Around the World. I'm Christina, and today I want to talk to you about some of my favorite orchids that we've stumbled across down in the Everglades. The Everglades is a 1.5 million acre preserve on the southern tip of Florida. It has an ecological system that is not only important to Florida, but the entire world. The Everglades holds one of the wildest and most inaccessible lands left in America. The ecosystem of the Everglades is the only place in the world where bald cypress trees and palms share the canopy forest. It is the orchid and bromeliad capital of the continent. There is a diversity in the wildlife that inhabit the Everglades that can't be found anywhere else. The Everglades is a gem of biodiversity with much to offer, and every season presents different opportunities to experience the beauty hidden among the swamp. The Everglades is actually a slow-moving river that was once 40 miles wide and 100 miles long. It drops in elevation about 2 inches every mile and flows at about a half a mile an hour. This is the butterfly orchid, typically found growing on live oak trees, but also found on cypress, pop ash, pond apple, palm, and pine trees. It has a sweet smell. Native to Florida, it flowers during Florida's rainy summer months and bears up to 45 fragrant flowers that resemble butterflies when fluttering in the breeze. And here is the pine pink orchid, native to Florida. Its sweet orangey smell is very strong in the evening. It blooms in June and July, flowering in the shade. This orchid prefers to wedge its bulb into rocky crevices on stumps and bases of cypress trees just above water level, producing 3 to 80 pink, purple, or white flowers with a gold crest on the lip. The most exclusive orchid of them all is the ghost orchid. This orchid got its name because of how it seems to hover above its stem and how the long petals of the ghost dance in the wind. This rare, exotic, sought-after orchid has been heavily poached and is now on the endangered list. It has been the subject of best-selling books, The Orchid Thief, which was later made into an Oscar Award-winning movie adaptation.
Evolution guy, hello. You see that nectary all the way down there? Darwin hypothesized a moth with a nose 12 inches long to pollinate it. Everyone thought he was a loon. And sure enough, they found this moth with a 12-inch proboscis. Proboscis means nose, by the way.
I know what proboscis means.
Hey, let's not get off the subject. This isn't a pissing contest. Point is, what's so wonderful is that every one of these flowers has a specific relationship with the insect that pollinates it. There's a certain orchid looks exactly like a certain insect, so the insect is drawn to this flower. It's double, it's soulmate, and wants nothing more than to make love to it. After, the insect flies off, spots another soulmate flower and makes love to it, thus pollinating it. And neither the flower nor the insect will ever understand the significance of their lovemaking. I mean, how could they know that because of their little dance, the world lives? But it does. By simply doing what they're designed to do, something large and magnificent happens.
Once the extracts are gathered from the orchids, they are shipped off to Camilla Corporation to be isolated and identified. Once identified, Camilla's master perfumer crafts these artisan fragrances into magical aromas. These rare fragrances are the base of an entire collection of skincare products and fine crafted perfumes. This is the catalyst for Target's spokeswoman, Jessica Alba, to be the face behind consumer products, many that have never been smelled before. Thank you for joining me on this expedition in the Everglades. Stay tuned for more rare orchids from around the world.